Welcome to ecoGirlChat 2024. It's our first episode, and we have a new member. Welcome, Kelly.
Yes. Hey, everybody. I am Kelly Loya, and I think I'm the newest employee with ecoprintQ. I'm a channel sales executive. So I'm going to be helping out with leads and building a lot of relationships and hopefully bringing in some new revenue for the company.
Yay! We're so happy to have you here, Kelly. And Happy New Year, right? I'm
Yes,
just
Happy New Year.
curious. Everyone comes up with New Year's resolutions every year, right? And we make jokes about who's broken their resolution already. It's just funny. I was thinking we should have resolutions kind of for work too. Lesley, do you have a resolution pertaining to work?
I do actually. So this year, I want to commit to myself to stand more. I have one of those sit-stand desks, and I found last year I was sitting, and then as everybody knows, it's not healthy to do that for long periods of time. So I'm going to make a goal to try to stand at least 3 to 4 times per day. And what about you, Jen?
Awesome.
Do you have anything?
I love that. My work resolution is just to reach out to people more. There's so many times I feel like we get bogged down in sending an email and requesting a meeting, sending an email, requesting a meeting. Oh, that date didn't work. And, it's just so much back and forth planning meetings all the time. I'm like, no, if I want to talk to someone this year, I'm going to make a commitment to just pick up the phone, whether it's a dealer I support or calling a colleague for something. I'm just going to pick up the phone. I guess so really my resolution is cutting back on the amount of emails by just picking up the phone. Kelly, what about you? Do you have a resolution, Kelly?
Yeah, so this year is a lot different for me because I transitioned from really one career to another. There's a lot of similarities, but differences. And so mine is just continuing education. I want to keep learning more and more about technology and, just keep learning all year.
Awesome.
We love that.
Yeah.
So, Kelly, that's kind of a good segue. I have a question for you. What
Sure.
do you think is more important, a degree or experience? What are your thoughts on
Ooh.
that?
So I hands down would say experience is more important than a degree. I think that you can gain the experience in any field without a degree. Not to discredit those who have degrees. I have a couple myself, so not to discredit that. But experience is everything. Like I have a son who is driving and he's read the manual and he thinks he's ready to go and he does great. He was really natural. But I always tell him, I'm like, new things pop up all the time, new situations, and your reaction time is going to be based upon your level of experience. And so I think that is, the same in all areas of life. So definitely I would say experience is more important.
I love that. Okay, so Kelly, I'm going to switch gears. I have a question I've wanted to ask you. Knowing a little bit about where you came from and what you're going to be helping us with our roles here at ecoprintQ, I'm curious, how do you start or would you recommend starting conversations with strangers? What do you do?
It doesn't take me anything to talk to strangers. I just talk to people. I will see, no matter where I am, I go to the gym in the morning, there's somebody standing next to me. Hey, how's it going? And I think that it's just a natural curiosity. We all have more in common than we don't. So if we just look at each other like other people, and just have a natural curiosity, I think that that's helpful. I talk to people everywhere I go, in a parking lot, in a grocery store, my neighbors. I mean, I'm out to dinner and I see somebody has food brought to their table that looks good. And I'm like, what would you get?
I do that too. I've stopped people in the aisle before, like, that looks tasty. What are they having?
Yeah.
Curiosity.
I love that. And then, some people might be put off about it, but I've found that when I just engage with people, if they're not the type that would do that on their own, they seem a little pleasantly surprised because I think that people are comfortable with themselves and they like to talk about themselves. So if you ask somebody a question, I would say the best way is to ask a stranger a question or comment on something that's lovely about them, whether it's the food that's in front of them or their earrings,
I know myself, I like to talk to strangers too. My family makes fun of me for that all the time. They're like, Mom, it's so embarrassing. But I think it's that genuine sense of curiosity. Like I really want to know, like, you know, how's their day or what's going on. And you never really know what you're going to learn until you actually engage.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, you end up meeting really fascinating people, right?
Yes.
I think
you
the
sure
most,
do.
one of the most incredible humans I ever met in my, I guess, you know, time on earth was, it sounds crazy, but I was sitting at an airport. We were 9 hours delayed. We were told by the
Wow.
airline we couldn't leave because they were waiting for a new crew. And this gentleman was sitting beside me and he was getting really frustrated and really agitated, and as were many. And we started a conversation and I said, so on a scale of 1 to 10, do you think we're actually going to get out of here? Right? And we ended up going and grabbing a bite to eat, and we're still friends today. Go figure, a random stranger, but he had a really interesting career path, really interesting experiences that I've kind of learned from. So we always joke, you know, it's been 10 years and 10 years later, we're still talking and we're still laughing about that. And he goes, you know, normally I would never talk to a stranger, but something that day told me just say hello.
I love that.
Me too.
And that is what makes the world go round and what makes the world better, I think. I think that connection with people is so important.
I agree.
Yeah. Love that.
Leslie, do you think we should ask her our most favorite question now that we ask every ecoGirlChat interview?
Absolutely, Jen.
You
How
ask
could we
her.
Not?
Yeah, I want to know what she's going to say.
So, Kelly, who or what inspires you the most?
The most. So I don't know that there's one thing that inspires me the most. I will say that I'm a lover of life and people, and that I find inspiration everywhere, whether it's my kids, my husband, my colleagues, the weather outside inspires me, books that I read inspire me. And so I find inspiration constantly all the time. And I sort of have a passion for life because I'm constantly inspired by everything, you know? But if I had to say the number one thing that inspires me, it's adventure.
Ooh.
Yeah, I am a seeker of adventure. So I like to try new things, and yeah.
We're so happy you're here.
Yes, welcome to the team, and thanks for joining us on ecoGirlChat. We really appreciate it.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
Yes, thanks for watching, everybody. Please
Until
tune in next
time.
month. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.